Hello and welcome to this lesson for Old Yellow Bricks by Arctic Monkeys. The song starts with a count off and then it's just 4 on the floor on the kick drums. Then we have the beat for the first half of the verse, and that has some slightly off-kilter hi-hats, and this is what it sounds like. Halfway through this verse, there's a little fill before we move into the next groove. That fill is pretty easy to catch because it follows the same rhythm that we're already playing on the hi-hats. From there, we're going to add some 16th notes up on the hats, but keep the rest of the beat pretty much the same. Next up, we hit the first chorus and we go back to just playing 4 on the floor on the kick drums. It's nice and easy. There's a stop at the end of the chorus, and then when the drums come back in, we're playing the same beat that we started the first verse with. There's just a tiny little fill, so let me play that for you now. And then at the halfway point of this verse, there's one more tiny little fill. Once again, in the second half of the verse, the drums ramp up and we're playing some 16th notes. The pattern is slightly different to what we were doing before, so let me break it down slowly. And then going into the chorus this time, there's one more tiny little fill on the snare. Once again, that chorus is nice and simple with just kicks playing quarter notes right throughout. The tricky part is a little fill right before we hit the bridge, and this is how it goes. Now we're up to the bridge, and this has some fun, busy drumming in it. The first 2 beats of each bar have a little bit of a fill, and then the second 2 beats play the same rhythm right throughout this whole bridge section. I'll break it down 4 bars at a time, and then I'll put it all back together. And now here's the second 4 bars. Most of the shapes of those fills revolve around groups of 2 or groups of 4, so I think with a tiny bit of practice, they'll make sense to you and you'll be able to pick them up really quickly. I'll put those whole 8 bars back together at a medium tempo and then I'll play it up to speed. That takes us into the solo section, and we're playing a groove that has just a slightly different hi-hat pattern than what we've been playing previously. Then at the end of this section, there's some great stabs that follow along with the band and they kind of kick off on beat 3. And then we're just going to go back down onto the kicks playing similar to what we've been doing in the chorus. From there, the kicks keep going just on their own for a while. Eventually, we'll add the snare drum to beat 2 and beat 4, just like this. And then at the end of this section, there's another little stop. So on the whole, that section is pretty straightforward, and there's just a couple more things to look at before we get to the end of the song. First up, we're back playing 16th notes on the hi-hats, and there's just a couple of different fills here and there. And then it's back to the hi-hat beat that we used right at the start in verse 1. And then to finish off the song, there's just one more fill. And that brings us to the end of Old Yellow Bricks by Arctic Monkeys. As always, there's some great drums in there, especially in the bridge, and some unusual ideas that you might not naturally play in your everyday playing. So grab what you can, add it to your own toolkit, have fun jamming the song, and I'll see you at the next lesson.